Which one next? The bungalow or the playground? Bungalow or playground? They're gonna take about the same amount of time, I can tell you. We have to do both of them. The playground? Dirt Finder. I've got a frankly ridiculous situation on my hand. You see, some of the local children have been coming down with a curious and unsightly form of dermatitis, and a few fretful folk have been putting it down to the condition of the recreational facilities. It's all nonsense, of course, but if we could just humor them and give the whole thing a thorough hose down, I would be most grateful. Okay. We can do that. Okay. Playground floor, a lot of grime. God, I haven't even like started. This is disgusting. I just found my Mario Game & Watch, but it's dead. We found one at a Walmart the other day. We also found the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, which I'm not playing Skyward Sword with, but we bought them because they're like really, really valuable and all of our friends want them. They're on Jay's Switch too, which makes it even worse, because Jay doesn't really play her Switch at all. Jay plays Minecraft. That's what Jay plays. If anyone wants to know, like, oh, where can I play with Jay? Minecraft. On private servers. Apparently they fixed the Joy-Con drift on the Legend of Zelda Joy-Cons. My Joy-Cons are day one Joy-Cons, so of course they have the problem. But like, outside of a few instances, I've never even noticed it. Which all those instances have been on stream, so I've gotten angry at it. But the games I played, they don't really matter. This is very therapeutic. I got the Minecrafts. Which Minecraft do you have? Are you streaming now? I should be. Do you have Java Edition or Windows 10 Edition? Because we play Java Edition. Yeah, as long as I'm not working at 5 AM, I generally stream. You don't know? Does it say Bedrock or does it say Java Edition when you open it up? That is more disgusting than it has any right to be. It says Java. Yep, you can play with us then. Yeah, that's the version we play on is Java. Yeah, PS3 edition, PS4 edition, PS5 edition, Windows 10 edition, mobile edition, Nintendo Switch edition, 3DS edition, but not Java edition. You have a PS5? That was the thing I caught out of all of that was, oh yeah, I got PS5 edition. Why? There's like 3 games on that system that are worth playing. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna buy one too, but like, when it finally has games. Or Walmart, so I have the hookup. Hey, buddy. I'm not looking for one right now. I am not even close to in the market right now. I've helped like 6 friends get one with the Walmart discount. That's how I got my Switch. My ex-fiance's mother was like, worked at Walmart. She was like, oh yeah, it's day 1, the Switch is out. Do you want one? We'll go to the store day 1 and get it. Stood in line with like 12 other people. And got like 10% off because of her discount. Oh, that's more disgusting that I have to get the bottom of it. Oh, how do you get dirt on the bottom of these things? I forgot she was very friendly. Oh yeah, that's a fucking understatement about very friendly. One day I'm gonna like tell all the stories about that whole saga. You have? I've told some stories, but not like all the stupid things I could have told. I've kept some stuff private. Stuff that like I just like pops up when I remember it. It's like, oh yeah, that happened. I want to know how kids got things this dirty, though. There's a part of me that just wants to get a power washer all of a sudden. Plot just I've been the mom the whole time. Have you? My ex-fiance's mother for a whole time. Robin, is that you? No, I know what her Twitch account is. And it is banned on my account. Watch this be the day she decides to watch my like stream. I banned her a while back when she popped up. She popped up in stream, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, I have a reason to ban you now. You showed up. You like the music? It definitely feels like some anime music. I'm trying to remember what anime it sounds like. It's feeling like, oh god, Your Name, like some idol music from Your Name. And rotate, and up we go. You've been watching Reincarnated as a Spider? Into a Spider. Is it any good? I was watching, I love it with the man, the CGI really hurts. I've been watching After the Rain and Farthest Place in the Universe. Which are good, but like, they're a little too hopeful for my blood. I know that sounds like really pessimistic, but that's just the kind of person I am. Are we just like short? Is that our problem? We're just tiny? Cause god, that's huge. Really good. It's a really good English dub, but one of the main characters has a hero complex and a nice twist towards the end. Let's see, I've watched a few episodes of From Your Eternity. I've watched After the Rain. Well, I'm watching After the Rain, I haven't finished it yet. And I'm watching The Furthest Place in the Universe right now. And that's about all I've had time for. Also, the studio that made Berserker made this anime. If you could, oh, they made Berserk, the 2017 version of Berserk. Yeah, that tells me all I need to know about how that animation's going. It looks like shit, and you wonder how it got made. Character picks up of his shoes. Well, we need CGI for that. Oh, the character's just picking up his shoes enough for them to like deign it necessary for them to like use as much CGI as possible. God. Well, you know, as long as they're getting paid, I guess. They're not getting paid well. You know that, so. Oh. Thank you for the host, Paris. Have a good one. Oh, Moonman's raiding with a party of 3. Hi, Moonman, what's up? Welcome to the relaxation hour. As we clean some shit. What's up? See, Paris, you hosted and did a good job. What are you up to, Moonman? What'd you guys play? You're playing Final Fantasy VI. Are you playing the Pixel remasters? The PS1 version. Well, that's, you know, always a good thing. But yeah, you've been playing the PS1 version of it? Have you picked up the Pixel Perfects, the Pixel remakes? I think they were telling me they were like $80-something or $74. What I had. Have you picked up the Pixel remakes? No, the bugs are still there. I mean, that's the charm of it. I'm just kind of shocked the way they announced that. Was like, oh yeah, by the way, hey, we're doing this thing where we're going to announce, like, we're going to do a pixel perfect remake of every single one of the first 6 mainline games. And yeah, we're also going to get rid of the original ones off of Steam because we want you to play the pixel perfect ones. Like, I get it, but So how's that going playing Final Fantasy VI? That's the... You know, that's one I've never actually gotten around to playing. I know Kafka's in it, but like I've never gotten around to fully like going through it. 7 and 8 were my games, and I played 13. I played 13 one time. I've played 15, of course, on stream. And then I played 3 and... I have not played 6. It might have been 6. Who knows? 3 was 6 in the United States, so... Six is great. I know 6 is great. There was no question there. Are you having fun with it though? You doing it like... I don't know like what the special thing about 6 was, because I know like certain games would have like, oh, you have this thing to do and you have this thing to do. Thank you for the follow. Like certain games have certain kind of battle mechanics and whatnot, so I don't know what like 6's gimmick was. You keep getting those weird falls as well? Yeah, like I've noticed that. That's why I was like, thank you. I had Night PHP earlier, so that one's Night PHP Lunasec, which makes me wonder. Have you been getting weird follows lately? I like using Blitz and Suplex the train. I don't know what that means. You got 5 of those earlier today. I mean, if they're real subs, real follows, take them. But I got about a month ago now, maybe half a month ago, I got follow botted for like 1,000 subs or 1,000 follows. Just like, okay, well, Twitch isn't gonna know about this. I already know that. So if you go look at my follows, it's like, oh, there's 1,000 of them now. There's 1,700 follows. 1,797, and I know that like 1,090 of them are not real. What's a real shame is after that happened, like I started having more people show up at streams and whatnot. Like, is there actually a correlation between having followers and people showing up? Do you get better like placement just by having more follows? There is. So I guess if you have millions of followers like Ninja and all the rest of the big people, you have a better chance of showing up higher in the placement ranking. I mean, I generally hang out with small streamers, so... Have you used Commander Root? No, I banned Commander Root a long time ago. Hi, how you doing, Jaffe? How's your day going? I hope you're having an excellent day. Or night, or whatever it is. Considering it's 5:22 in the morning for me. I never know what time it is for anyone anymore. Have to work in 1.5 hours? Ugh. I have to work in 6-ish hours? Yeah, 6-ish hours. So I feel you, 100%. I understand what that's like. It's for cleaning up follow bots. No, when I first started, like, Commander was in my chat by default, and it was really annoying me, because it's like, I just want to know who's actually, you know, watching my channel. I don't care about the other stuff. Like, if people want to lurk, I have no problem with that. Okay, that's done. $23%. Oh god. Just a tool. Remember, this is when I first started Twitch years ago. And I just never went and unbanned it. And I'm the lazy kind of person, so like, yeah. That always was. But have you been getting hit with a lot of bots lately? Lately, yes. That sucks. Yeah, but if you use Commander Root, if you know that it, like, exists, like... No, like, I'm already back to 1797. Like, I don't know if, like, the same person is, like, unfollowed now, or if it got banned, or what's going on with the following, so... Or if someone just, like, unfollowed. Clean all this. So besides that, Chris, how's life been? You been doing anything interesting lately? Work been doing anything interesting lately? Oh man. Clean all this. Oh god, we won't have spring till he puts the hat on? Oh god. You go back tomorrow? Have you been on vacation or something? Tried to watch my nephews while my sister was out of town. Yeah. So you took some days off. I don't think my sister would ever ask me to take care of my nieces. That would not be what my sister would do. Then again, I've asked my mother and my sister if they ever wanted like links to what I do online. And my mother's just like, no, no, I'm good. You do what you want. I don't care about it. It's like, okay, I was trying to give you an inroad to my life, but whatever. You were paid? Oh man, you lucky son of a gun. So have you started thinking about starting a babysitting business, Chris? Because if it can be less than a pain in the ass in your current job, I say go for it. Are you ready to get back to actual work, though? Yeah. Vacation's ending. Chris, you should play this game. This just chill ass game. Looks fun. It's very relaxing, let me tell you. That's why I'm picking it as my my in-stream game. Nice and quiet. I told you we were gonna end on a quiet game. The piano music in the background is added. I've got a YouTube video up of just some piano noises. I say piano noises, piano music. There's a name for that shit. Oh yes, my favorite, piano noises. You got American Truck Sim? You got all the expansions for it? I'm waiting for Texas to come out before I play it again. I've got all the other expansions, I believe. I think, I know Texas is the next one to come out. So when that comes out, we're gonna play the fuck out of it. I don't know, I particularly don't care about Texas as a state, but just knowing that it's getting DLC and being like, oh yeah, I know most of these places. Like Dallas, I've driven through this city. I know exactly where I am in this city. But I know there's mods for that game that are people who know the place super well, putting it in that game. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about Texas getting in the game. So Dalton was here earlier, and I made him jealous the other day by showing him the Zelda Joy-Cons. Drove through Utah and was like, I used to live in this area. Yeah, I've driven through Utah twice. And he's kind of like, yep, this is definitely Mormon country. Nothing wrong with that. Just, I have no desire to live in that state. It's too much of a desert for me. Jay wants us to live in Arizona. You used to live in the Ogden area? Oh man, I've got friends that live there now. Janet wants us to live in the Flagstaff area, which I'd be okay with. Arizona, alright, it's hot, Af. A fucking min. Hey, Arizona's hot. Yeah, but Janet wants us to live in the Flagstaff area. Look, you could live here in Texas where it's like casually 104 degrees. Or you could live in Arizona where it's casually 120. Either way, it's hot as balls right now everywhere you go. How hot is it where you are, Chris? Okay, I jumped up here. I think I'd hit 105 earlier. We were driving through a city near Dallas to get to my bank, and it was the cat. I just looked over at the thermometer in the car, and it was like, oh yeah, it's 104, and then it like clicked over to 105, and we were like, oh, good to know it's accurate. Rosen, you want to chime in with how hot it is there? Where you live? We had tornado warnings, very humid. So hot in some areas that we're still getting tornado warnings. Oh, I guess not still. Have we had any hurricanes this year? Now I got a hurricane to worry about just for living near the lake. Have we had any proper like tropical storm hurricanes this year? Because like I've not heard anything. I think everyone just wants to stay away from bad news this year. You think we did? Last year was a thing. Made records. A record number of hurricanes last year. Well, we tied the record anyway. Thank God, we finally fucking cleaned it. Clean, 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 clean. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff to clean over there. At least the water was somewhat realistic. I think we did it, but the plague is covered everywhere. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. Soccer ball. We're 32% clean. Oh, 33. Oh man, we're really doing it right now, aren't we? There we go. I've got this giant thing to do. I've got this whole thing to do. Oh, hey Chris, are you interested in wrestling in any kind of way? Like WWE, AEW? I watch it here and there. Okay. Rosen, what about you? how do you feel about wrestling? Two of my friends that I work with, just one of them took vacation, and the other one was like, "Hey, you want to go to Money in the Bank? I've got tickets," because it was here in Dallas, and like, just decided to fucking go to Money in the Bank. First day of vacation, just like, yep, we're gonna go. Yeah, I used to watch a podcast, or yeah, watch a podcast, I guess it would be in this case, of like people talking about WWE and like all the events they do. Man, like they had to talk about some of the stuff that WWE was doing because of like COVID. It's just kind of been like, ooh, that's not good. Don't resist. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's all good. I fully understand. That's all good. Yeah, just two of my friends decided like to fuck off and just go to an event of theirs. You got a buddy that did wrestle for a small company? I would say, Rosen, it's not directly related to WWE, and the guy who created it is a shithole of a guy, but there's a thing on YouTube called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, and it talks about like the entire industry of wrestling, of all of WWE and WWF and what it was back in the day, and like just that whole thing. It's called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, and like if you just want like an overview of what wrestling is as like an actual thing, like it's probably the best thing I could send anyone. It's like 30 minutes long. The guy who put it together is kind of a dick and has gotten in trouble for some sexual allegations. Treating their contractors as employees but paying less without the employee benefit. Yeah, they're real shitholes. Like, WWE is real bad about that kind of stuff. It's a shithole company, regardless. But they have lots of people who like watched it as kids who are paying for it nowadays, so it's the reason why they can still continue to be around. But yeah, if you want a documentary that like it doesn't necessarily interface with directly with who's in WWE, but it talks about how to like watch wrestling as a thing, or like how to treat people who watch wrestling, and just kind of like what they see. But WWE and WWF and WCW and all this like AEW, they have people that people have watched. They have people employed that people have watched since they were children, and so of course you're gonna have this entrenchment of, I remember insert person in here wrestling when I was a kid, and I remember them being this kind of person, and they're still employed by the company. So like I'm still gonna watch it because I'm loyal to that person because they got me through so much as a kid. That's mostly why WWE even like still exists. They probably won't in a few years, but that's the reason why they still exist now. But yeah, I definitely recommend that to anyone to go watch Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. Don't give a shit about the guy who directed it or put it together, because he's kind of a bad guy to start with. But just like watch the documentary or watch that like mockumentary, and it really gives you an idea of like what wrestling is nowadays. So, funny story related to wrestling, and it's just kind of one of those dumb things. There was a wrestler who won he won the match or whatever, and like he got, I forget what belt it was. Not super important to the story, right? And so he goes to the doctor to get everything set up, and he tweets out at Lego, "Does this mean that I still won't be able to put together Lego sets? I asked my doc, what do you guys think?" And Lego's like, "Oh, we'll see what we can do for you." And send like an entire care package to this wrestler because he really liked Legos. Here's a guy worth millions of dollars, and Lego's just like, "You know what? Yeah, you can have some. Take it." Just because he showed some enthusiasm. That's the first person he tweeted out was the Lego Corporation. Was, "I broke my arm. Can I have some, do you think I can still do Legos?" And Lego's like, "Yeah, we'll help you." And he just genuinely meant it as like a joke to Lego. He didn't want them to send him anything. He was just like tweeting them out. Just tweet them out. Lego's a good company though, as far as we know. So, speaking of companies doing good things, who wants to talk about Activision Blizzard? And that whole shithole of a thing that's going on. That's some bullshit that's happening in that company right now. Involving that company. If you get easily triggered, oh my god, stay the fuck away from that story. Do you think Lego would like to pay off the remainder of our student loans? I feel like Lego would, just because Lego's so good. I'm gonna start a Lego channel. I'm gonna pay off my student loans through it. I actually have a YouTube channel for Lego. I just haven't used it. So I haven't used it yet. Yeah, if you wanna sleep at night and you're easily triggered, may I suggest you stay the fuck away from what's going on with Activision Blizzard right now, and like don't pay for their games and don't play them. As much as you can like Overwatch, like, oh fuck, that's like some crazy shit that's going on in that company. Because I know a few of my friends play Overwatch. Rosen, have you ever seen my Lego sets that are in this room? I don't know if you've seen them or not. Like the Lego sets that I have. I was already not paying them. I played WoW for 7 years. So like it hurts on a different scale. I think I saw you build Legos but not your collection. I don't have a collection here. My collection's actually not here right now. It somehow got transported down to my grandparents without me knowing it. And I only found out recently. And so that's a different problem I get to solve later. That's odd. My parents are moving, and it was at my parents' house, and so it was like one of the first things they moved was my Legos to get them out of the way because of how fragile they are. And they've been moving for like 4 years. I am slowly sliding down this. I have so much stuff of my own to get rid of so I can move easier when the time comes. Yeah, my parents have been moving for like 4 years. They keep telling me, "Oh yeah, we're gonna finally move in December of this year," and then that December comes, they're like, "Okay, we're gonna move in this December." And they have finally decided that this year, in December, they're moving. No ifs, ands, or buts. The last thing they gotta do is get like the things together to like actually like have their house done already. They have not put their house together yet. They just got the blueprint plans done like 2 months ago. Rosen, we need to promote the shit out of your stuff. If you decide to move down to Texas, you're more than welcome to come hang out. We'll stream with you. You can come hang out with us. Though I only have one extra room, I can't have all my friends move in with me. As much as I would love that. We might be having Eden move in with us at the rate we're going. Hey, like, we're paying $9.24 a month for our rent right now. If that sounds doable, I mean, that's about the average rent around here. About $900 a month, unless you want to move to the big city, and then it gets real expensive real fast. You were considering Montana for a while? Montana's nice. Nobody there, though. You have to move to Missoula or Billings if you want to, like, have any kind of substance of a life. I forgot how much the average is in Cali. I mean, you can go ask Blue, I guess, if you really wanted to know. I want some safe to my neighbors, but also close enough to notice if I get murdered. I mean, Eden's legitimately, I think, looking at moving here with us. And she has friends in the area, too. So it wouldn't just be like, "Hey, Eden, what's up?" And that we'd be her only friends here. Jay keeps joking at me that, like, we're gonna have a compound of all my friends at the rate we're going. It's like, I mean, that's fair. I want to help people get ahead in life as best I can. Because you're not supposed to drive. I mean, Texas does not have good public transport. If you live in a major city, it may be, but not by much. I mean, we have the DART system, but that's, like, in a major city. Dallas area rapid transport. I don't really want to be outdoors anyway. No? I think Montana is the wrong state for you then. Are all of our friends looking at moving right now? Alexa's always been looking at moving. Eden talked to me the other day about moving. Outdoors than social? Hey, all good. Chris, are you looking at moving? You gonna move to a different state? You can't? Fair enough. Family and whatnot won't let you? I've got this kid that I work with, who's 19 years old, and her mother is basically a helicopter parent. And sweet kid. Sweet, sweet kid. And like, her mother will not allow her to drive. Her mother will not allow her to go anywhere without her mother or her brother present. Like, chaperones. This girl has never been on, like, a proper date because, like, her mother is constantly hounding her. And I'm just like, oh, you sweet summer child, what happens when you get older and unfortunately people pass away? I'm just like, what happens when your mother finally does, like, go and croak? I mean, I don't want any harm for anyone, but it's something you have to think about. And she's just like, I don't know. I don't know what happens in that case. And I've got another kid that I work with who's 19 and has never worked a day in his life and has no social skills and is refusing to get social skills. When you work the job that I work, you have to. You have to have some form of social skills, even if it's like the fake customer service voice. Like, I don't like socializing either. Not doing my job. But everyone who works it has that fake customer service voice. Yes, Moon Man? Would you like to add something? I struggle so much keeping social mask while I work away from home. Yeah, that's the problem, is you have to have that fake customer service voice. The, hello, how can I help you? And, like, just keeping that voice up, that facade up, and everyone knows that you don't care. It's not a question, anyone. I don't think very good social skills. Wow. You're all good, Chris. You're all good. Chris, you work in the same same environment I do. As far as customer service goes. Yeah, when you work the job that I do, like, having customer service is the only way that you, like, survive. You have to sell shit to people, and you have to make sure that they're happy with the shit that they got sold, and that they're not gonna go complain about you as a person. I've had people complain about me as a person before. I don't like that person. Did they do their job? Yeah, but I just don't like them. Okay. don't know what you want me to do with this. I mean, we're almost done with the playground floor, and we're 58% of the way done. Nope, still not 59% of the way done. But yeah, this girl wants to move out. She wants to like put together her life, and her mother's just not letting her. And I'm just like, kid, you're 19. She legally can't keep you there. If she tries, it's imprisonment. She's just like, yeah, I know, but it's like, if you want to move out, the only thing that's stopping you is you. And I get it that she's scared and everything. I understand that. Nope. Hey, new job available. The first time I moved out of my parents' house was I moved everything that I owned in the middle of the night. And just like, straight up left. Had my own job, had my own car. At the time, had my own cell phone. Was paying it. Had people to live with. Just straight up moved all my stuff in the middle of the night. Hardest part of that was unmounting the TV off the wall. And the years of brainwashing from their parent, amen. Luckily, she doesn't seem to have the same level of brainwashing as some of the people that I know. Where she's still trying to like break that kind of stuff. It's pretty much broken. I've met the kid's mother. Just wants to love her daughter and like wants her daughter to stay home and is trying to keep that like whole you're my daughter and I love you and I want to protect you from the world kind of mentality. What I would call a helicopter parent, and I can respect that. I can. But at the same point, I'm just like, your kid's gotta grow up one day. If you hide your kid from the world the moment that you can't physically do that because you're not there, you're gonna have a bigger problem on your hands. Just gonna take this road up. Oh, never mind. I can stand up in here. Oh, my music stopped. Hey, if that's happening, you need to figure that out. Because that's its own issue. Hey, Loud Fortnite, how you doing? Yeah, I understand that whole statute of limitations is great, isn't it? Do you play Roblox? No. Minecraft, yes, but Roblox, no. I had some stock in Roblox when that whole thing, like, went IPO. Made a little bit of money on it, but no. I've never played the game. No hate if you play it. Not my game, though. Why do you ask? Oh god. Why is there just so much? How do you let a place like that get this dirty? Then again, it's been a minute since I was a kid. I should think about, like, God, kids are nasty. Kids are disgusting. I remember when I was a child. I have no room to speak. I remember when I was a child. Gotta build up that immune system somehow. Have a good one, Chris. Sleep well. Oh, yeah, we're on our last hour here. We've been going for 6 hours 30. Rosen, you remember when you were a child? All the dirt and everything that was around you? How you weren't afraid of, like, getting dirty? I'm sure you're one of those kids who is like not afraid of anything. I used to eat flowers and plants. Yeah? I still crave them. My favorite. Lilies. I had Tonka toys when I was a kid. I had like some serious metal Tonka toys. Like the trucks and whatnot. Occasionally I eat them if I grow them myself. I haven't had them since my sister got a dog. Gonna have flower pots. The dog will not be allowed anywhere near. Are you getting like Lily of the Valley or something crazy like that? What's that plant that's illegal to own in the United States, not marijuana? There's a plant in the United States that is completely illegal to own. And like the government has a complete supply on them. Not Lily of the Valley, even though that should be illegal. You can grow Lily of the Valley. For some reason. Oh god, I can hit castor. You can't own a castor bean plant. I'm not sure if it's illegal or like just highly discouraged. But I believe the government has like 100% control of the supply of the plants. Oh, nothing major. You can make poison out of it. That's how you make ricin. Nothing major though. No, but the government, I think it's the government of the United States has 100% control on like the import, export, and like growing of castor bean plants simply for the fact of like it, you can make poison out of it. You can make some of the world's most deadly poison. At least per, like, people you can kill with it. Fun facts with Cat. Always gonna learn something new here. Sometimes you're not really sure why. Rosen, you want to teach us anything today? Or are you all teachered out? Like a fun fact or something. Because I've run out of things to say. This has gone on far longer than any one person should ever have to do this. Give us a fun fact, Rosen. Something you know that you think that we don't know. Give us anything. Talk to us, Rosen. What's going on? How's life? How are the kids? How's the weather? That's not a fun fact. I've been keeping a close eye on the government's movement on line 3. What's line 3? Ah, okay. Okay, I immediately know what you're talking about the moment you said line 3. Are you a member of are you a member of one of the tribes? A water supply near Michigan? Okay. It's always something involving the government. Do you have blood in one of the families or one of the tribes? Nope, but I suspect I might. But my grandmother from Mexico? Okay. Heavily denying it. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking if you have relatives in Mexico that you would also have some kind of Native American blood, even if they want to deny it. It's kind of one of those things that like, oh, yeah, of course you have this, you also have this. Ah, okay, yeah, that does happen. You're not wrong. It's a shame, but it does happen. You want to know what any of these like things are, because I'm not putting the chat up on screen. Come to the chat live. You'll know everything. You'll know all the dark secrets that happen in this chat. You can talk to us about anything. And we'll more than likely answer it. Oh, I would love that, Rosen, if you can find it. If you can't, not a big deal. Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on the shit that's happening up in Canada with the Catholic Church, because like me having relatives, not necessarily in that tribe, but me having Native American relatives and me being Native American blood, like, kind of affects me in a different way. Okay, we're almost done with the floor. That's understandable, Rosen. It's okay to want to feel the need to run away from things. Just important you don't actually, you know, run away from them. Sometimes you have to actually confront those feelings. Running away just means you're denying that they exist. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, certain things are too painful for some people to cope with, and there's nothing wrong with that part. But it's the acknowledgement that's important, that yes, those feelings do exist, whether you want to deal with them or not at the current time is, you know, that's a personal problem at that point that you have to, you know, circumvent inside yourself. No one can tell you what the proper way of dealing with those emotions are. But you'll figure it out. I have faith. You'll figure it out. I know you will. Cleaning a bench. We're 79% of the way done. Rosen, anything you looking forward to right now? Games, movies, books, anything like that? There we go, got it. Oh my god. Don't know, but the... Okay. Psychonauts 2. Have you pre-ordered it yet? Oh, you finally got your Mohawk set? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So I see you're finally taking hold of it being an adult and getting the shit you want. There's so much shit on this playground. I know I said it wouldn't take that long, but Jesus. At least you're getting the thing you've always wanted in your childhood. To be a pirate. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You get to enjoy your life without playing by someone else's game. I guess you still technically are playing the government's game, but that's beside the point. We'll all be playing that till the day we die. Anything else you're looking forward to besides Psychonauts 2 and, you know, living your dream? Yeah, once you join that group of people, it's kind of hard to get out. That's kind of the point. Okay then. Good, got the roof. Got that roof. The roofs are like the hardest things to do in this game. Almost done. Grab that. Go over. Can I put it there? God damn it. How much are you willing to pay for an acre of land? Anytime someone that says they're going to buy an acre of land, I'm just like, you know how much that generally costs. At least I hope you do. I don't know what it is now. Depends on where you buy it from. What state are you looking at? What's your dream state to look at, to live in? What would make you the happiest? Baby steps. Baby steps, that's always good. Hey, you gotta find out what makes you happy. Well, Rosen, if it's any consolation, I am happy you are my friend. I'm happy you come here and hang out, because it'd be dreadfully boring if you weren't here. I do appreciate all my friends that show up. People that I've made my friends and whatnot. Yeah, it sounds like you've got a journey ahead of yourself, but at least you know you can trust yourself for that journey. You are the only one who could tell you what you like. Kind of one of those things. Some days I kind of find it shocking that Janet sticks around, so. But she does, and I wonder about it. But that's her choice. Oh god, I finally got it done. Oh, it took forever. That took forever to get that floor done. Okay, that's done. But yes, Rosen, I genuinely do thank you for showing up here when you do. Makes the nights more interesting, and I appreciate your friendship. Through all of the weird things this last forever has taken us through. Oh my god, why is there so much grime, grit, and dirt on this fucking thing? Got it. 88% complete. Oh, my back. My back's starting to hurt too. I've been power washing for too long. That's what's going on. I've just been power washing forever. It's taken me a long time to get to this point. It's 6:51. I've got like 9 minutes to go before I said I was going to stop. But we're not done yet. We still have a lot to do. Okay, the roof is clean now. Okay, tower complete. I wish I could smell the soap from this sprayer. It does smell good whenever it gets done. I work in an area that has a bunch of concrete floors and whatnot. So, and it only has two drains? 3 drains on the area. We had to, April of last year, when everything started coming down, we had to power wash the floors. God, that was fun, but it took forever. We got out of work at 9 and we were there till 1 in the morning. Just cleaning everything. That after rain smell when it's not acid rain. So, you know that smell of rain right before it rains? Like super earthy smell? So that type of rain actually has a name. That smell has a name. Yeah, it's called petrichor. All the oils from all the plants releasing into the air and everything. It's called petrichor. Petichor. Actually has a name. Fun fact. What do we have left to clean? Bridges. Okay, so we have 1% left on this bridge. Yeah, once like you learn that it has a name, you start going and searching for it. So a few years back, well, I say a few years, like almost a decade ago now, I guess, scientists decided to figure out what was the color of the universe. And so they took like every single sample of every picture, everything they had, and they like they put it all together to like figure out what the average color of the universe is, and they called it cosmic latte. It's the average light of every star that we can see from Earth is called cosmic latte, and it looks like just like a brown color, basically, is what it is. It's a really, really light brown. But they average all the light together, and then they create a color out of it. Yeah, it's basically brown, but it's called Cosmic Latte. It's the official name. You go look it up. It's like not impressive in any kind of way. Just like, oh, yep, that's definitely a thing. I don't know why you wasted your time figuring this out. We could have figured that one out by guessing, but you know, whatever. They were bored. So there is a theory that there's actually a likelihood, there's a possibility chance, we don't know what like a probability is, but like there's a possibility that we are part of a Matrix kind of thing, kind of like that movie, where something higher up could just be simulating us. And we could just be someone else's, like, basically like a bad dream. But we don't know what the probability of that is. And the problem with that comes down to, if we are someone else's bad dream, and like, what, or someone else's, like, we're the Matrix to them. What's to stop them from turning off the computer? And if we're a simulation inside of their world, what stops them from being a simulation inside of theirs? And we're just a simulation someplace down that line. And if we go up or down, how do we know there's not more simulations either way? And what if one day they just decide to turn the computer off? No more bills, please. Yeah, that would be the thing. You'd be like, oh yeah, no more bills. I can deal with that. I'll deal with that. Knowing that I'm not real versus no more bills. Yeah, it's a real hard choice to make. There's also been this thought process in the last few years that involves aliens, and it comes down to, it's something I've been thinking about lately. And it comes down to, let's say that aliens are real. Let's just posit that aliens are real. Likely chance in reality that there are aliens, but let's just posit we know for certain, and we have first contact. It's not going to change a damn thing in the world. We're still going to have to go around our normal lives, paying our normal bills. We're still gonna have to be doing our normal thing. Nothing changes if aliens actually exist. We just... Cool. Something else we know now. And back on with the daily grind. Nothing changes if we have contact. So like all these movies that are just like, oh yeah, everyone suddenly like gave a shit about it. That like, oh yeah, there's aliens. Would not happen. Oh my god, there's aliens. And? Are they gonna pay your bills? Oh, Rosen, have you heard what happened to Scarlett Johansson, like, today or yesterday? So she's in... So she is in a contract with Disney, obviously. We all know that. For, what, Black Widow, I think it is? Well, in her contract, they basically said that they were going to release... they had to release Black Widow to theaters first before they could release it to their streaming service. And they released it simultaneously to theaters and I think they released it simultaneously or like just to Disney Plus. Either way, the contract got breached. And Scarlett Johansson, of course, went, "Hey, you breached my contract. You have to pay X amount of money for breaching our contract," which is her legal right. They breached her contract. She's in the right here. And so, of course, we all know what Disney did. Irregardless of what happened to the theaters or not, Disney breached her contract. And so she called them out on it and said, "Hey, you owe me. You breached my contract. We legally signed it. Here's everything you need to do. Here's my lawyer. You need to pay me. You breached a contract." It's a fairly serious matter. And so, Disney, being Disney, said, oh god, the exact statement was a thing. Let me go find it super quickly. What did they say specifically? Quote, her lawsuit represents a, quote, callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. That is what Disney claimed. They said basically that because last year was so bad with the COVID-19 pandemic, they can't pay her entire contract, even though... And then they said, at least she's got $20 million out of us after that. Disney made like 64 point something billion dollars last year. Yeah, Disney made like $64 billion or something like that. Irregardless, they were like, oh yeah, she got $20 million. That's good enough, even though they signed a contract. And they stated that, like, basically, because of how hard last year was, that she shouldn't be paid her full amount and that they should be allowed to do what they want, even though they signed a contract with her and they breached it. Which, whatever, you want to breach a contract, you breach a contract. That's your business. But if you're gonna breach a contract, there's consequences to that shit. They sure as hell wouldn't care if they were on the receiving end. You know, they were on the receiving end. If you breaching a contract with Disney, you would be underneath hell. Their lawyers would bury you so far with legal paperwork. You would hope that hell was a faster way out of it. Death would be kinder than the mouse. Death has always been a kinder mistress than the mouse. But yeah, so that happened like yesterday or the day before. And there's multiple people trying to like say that she's in the wrong. Because she's not thinking about the global implications of the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's like, yeah, but Disney still made a 64 point something billion profit last year. Cool, they want to breach the contract, they can deal with that. But the way that they went about being like, hey, you know, you have no regard for what's going on in the world. She kind of does, but the issue is that you could have renegotiated your contract or gave a better statement. They immediately after she filed the suit and it became public, they put a press statement out basically saying that like she was in the wrong and showed callous disregard for the COVID-19 pandemic. Like immediately after she put it out. Which if you have to put a press statement immediately after that and like have to do damage control, you're probably in the wrong. There were so many problems with what they're doing right now. Well, it's not just that like, people are stupid, it's also Disney. And people have a hard-on for Disney. They believe that Disney can do no wrong. And they believe that Disney, as a company, the mouse itself, can do absolutely no wrong and would never hurt anyone, especially not Scarlett Johansson. The mouse loves everyone, don't you know? Yeah. No, Disney doesn't care about it. But the thing is, remember, most people, there are so many people who grew up with Disney that Disney has the nostalgia thing where they can just be like, they could probably shoot someone and get away with it. And people would still defend them. It's not corporate brainwashing so much as it is like nostalgia brainwashing. You remember Disney as being this lovable company that you like went and watched movies with your family, and you remembered your mother and your father taking you to Disney movies and all those good times you had, and you forget that Disney is worth like billions and billions of dollars. They're not the most valuable company, but they're one of the most valuable companies. And people have this hard-on for like, oh, Disney, the company I remember watching movies with my mother and my father. And they seem to forget that like Disney is a corporate powerhouse that gives no fucks about what you do. As long as you're paying them, we're all good. The moment you stop paying them, they'll come after you. Job complete. Super job on the playground, Dirt Finder. Looking at it now, I admit there may have been the odd fleck of dirt here and there, and aren't they just so many colors of this world? What did that say? Oh. Look at this thing. I'll read the rest of that in a second. Too many, perhaps. Anyway, you got through those bleeding worry warts off my back, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Hey, we did it! Nice and clean. That took way too long. So now we have cleaned the bungalow, cleaned the detached house, and cleaned the golf cart.